in downtown Houston. Not the most extravagant of rooms, however it was rather pricey, but the hotel downstairs looked really, really nice, to be fair. I wasn't expecting such a basic looking room, but I'm sure I'll be comfy and cozy enough for the next couple of days. Got a busy a couple of days to do. Little bathroom, shower, standard toilet. Nothing too exciting in this one at all, but yeah, I'm gonna try and get sorted on some tickets for another baseball game, because I'm not far from the Minute Maid Stadium, and I want to try and catch up with a good old friend of mine. Then the day after, I'm looking at going to the NASA Space Center, so that would be pretty awesome to see, I can't lie. And then it'll be a flight over to Louisiana.
If that is the case. Now, all it's going to take are some storms to refire near the center, because it already has an eye. It will likely gain hurricane intensity at some point overnight. So we're still on track for a Hurricane Francine at some point tomorrow, and it should still pass pretty far offshore from our stretch of coastline.
Great afternoon with my old friend Ryan from school. Honestly, what a gentleman. Took me out, took me for something to eat, took me for a drink, paid for everything. Like, we had such a blast. Didn't get the camera out or anything like that, just wanted to catch up, enjoy meeting up with him, reminiscing of the old times and talking about our current lives and stuff like that. It was great to see. Right now, just walking from the hotel to Minute Maid Park, which is just over 10 minutes away. We're getting the rain now, which is part of the tropical storms. I have got my rain jacket with me, and I've got another layer representing Newcastle United as always. Minute Maid Park has a retractable roof and stuff like that, so the roof will probably be closed for that anyway, but it's about walking in between, see what we get. Got a random free Hello Kitty tote bag. I'll do my best to pack that for you, Amelia. Just been in the team merchandise store, and some really nice stuff, but just can't get it in my bag, honestly. I didn't see no winter hats. That's how the San Francisco Giants hat snuck in there. Otherwise, I might have been able to flat pack one of those. But some nice caps in there. But again, one of them's going to get crushed, so I don't want to do that. Bought a hat. $10 though. I had to. Like, honestly, if I have to squeeze this one in my pocket, I will do. $10. It's well worth having. Decent hat though as well. Got Texas flag, Houston, Texas on there. Slight nod to Houston Astros. You can get away with this one. Decent. Check this view out though.
Access to education and creative resources to ensure long-term success. We believe that the Houston Astros lineup for your Houston Astros.
Two now. Two. The comeback's on. So, Astros lost in the end. It went to overtime. I can't remember how many innings in overtime it was. I was kind of just glad it finished, honestly, because time was getting on a bit. But yeah, eventually they messed it up quite badly. But yeah, never mind. The win streak's over. But I enjoyed the game overall, totally. Even though I expected a bit more out of the Astros. But again, Fenway Park, party atmosphere, it's definitely the best out of the three that I've been to so far. Maybe there'll be another baseball game on this trip, I don't know. It was a good evening, good day actually. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully tomorrow I can get to NASA space station and continue having a good time in Houston. We are here at NASA. Looking forward to this one. Weather's not so great. It's still warm, but it's trying to do its best to rain. I guess this is repercussions of the tropical storm Francine that's heading past Houston. Houston's dodging it. It is going to go into Louisiana. I don't know how things might affect my flight tomorrow, but we shall see. But we're going to have a good day today in Houston at the Space Center. I've got a tour booked for in about an hour's time. But yeah, I'm going to get checked in and see what's going on. What is that? Oh my. I've seen lizards before, but what the hell was going off with its throat?
Go. Telcom. Go. GNC. Go. Econ. Go. Surgeon. Go. Capcom, we're go for landing.
Eagle Houston, you're go for landing, over. Copy, still to go. I understand, go for landing, 3,000 feet. Stop alarm. Bravo 1. Bravo 1. Roger, Bravo 1. Same type, we're go.
Same type, we're go. Flight.
Okay,
Okay,
we're go. Same type, we're go.
Flight settle right on, real good.
I think settle out there. 15 down at 2.5. 19. ATA at a descent. Touchdown. All control, both auto, descent, command override off. How's that? Take that arm off. Fantastic. 413 is in. Do it every day. Go. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston,
T1, stand by for T1.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot. Thank you. You're looking good here. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. You take a 10-second look. You just step on like that. Okay. One, silent for man.
I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure that they too join with Americans in recognizing what an immense feat this is. Because of what you have done.
Over the years, General Phillips and Chet Lee and Tom McMullen and I have left in custody with Flight Director Gene Kranz a small token of our esteem and thanks.
Right, so I've just finished doing the historic mission control tour, which is you have to pay a little bit extra on your ticket for that one, which was honestly worth it. Just the whole reenactment of the moon landing from years past. Well, it's actually the whole, you're in the proper room, like everything's genuine. I guess they've just sort of tidied up certain sections in there or whatever, but everything happened from that particular room, which was surreal to see. Really, really good. I'm waiting now to go on a astronaut training facility tour. That starts in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to get going to get in line for the tram. But there's still so much to see here. Like, I haven't checked out all the exhibits yet. I was gonna try and make sure I did all the tram tour stuff first, but just the whole site is huge. Like, going on the tram, like you get going back across the streets and stuff, like there's got cars going past you. The whole campus area is just absolutely huge, and apparently it's an animal sanctuary as well. That's why the deers and the cattle were out here, and you know, see the big longhorns. Apparently there's a alligator, resident alligator. Didn't get to see him. literally inches from the wall. That's how big it is. That's what she said. Under the Boeing 747 now with the shuttle on top. Space shuttle, sorry. Done all the tours now, finally. That's took out most of the day, honestly. Worth doing, absolutely. The mission control one was by far the best. Just actually witnessing the moon landing and stuff like that, the recreation of that, but the fact that it was the actual room, even where we were sat, the viewing room, like that was like the old furniture and everything, like they're just sort of, like I say, they're trying to preserve it and stuff, and it was actually a live government building. It still is. I think they said something like on the floor below us or something was in operation constantly, 365 days of the year, 24/7, with communications to the International Space Station. So they wanted everyone to obviously stay very, very quiet at all times. So that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, so main mission control comes out of that one building in particular, or that's like the headquarters and stuff like that. Yeah, very historical building, really good. The other tour, training facility, it was alright, interesting to see all like the sort of replicas and stuff and how they use certain replicas, because obviously I'm sure there's more like training facilities and stuff like that on site, but that's the one that you can sort of walk around. We passed a building that we weren't allowed to go in, which I found quite interesting. It wasn't as big as that one, but apparently I think they just said something to do with like a couple of astronauts had just finished like months and months of training. It was designed to basically replicate Mars. So obviously they're doing like some serious testing for when eventually they'll try and put people on Mars. You could see like big, massive liquid nitrogen tanks, obviously to try and get temperatures down and stuff like that, to try and recreate all these atmospheres and stuff in space and things. And but yeah, that Mars one would have been really, really cool to see, but it'll be off limits, I'm sure. And the other tour, what was the other tour? It was to see Saturn V rocket, which they were the rockets that was always used for the Apollo series, sending people up into space or to Mars mission, the moon missions in particular. That rocket that was housed in that building, that's one of 3 that's still on display, but apparently that one is the only one that's fully flight certified, whereas the other ones have some like replicated pieces and that, but apparently that one's all like legit. Obviously they don't use these ones anymore, they've got more modern ways to launch into space and that now, but that's the biggest and largest, or most powerfulest rocket design that NASA's ever designed and built. But yeah, I haven't really checked out the full-on exhibit in the Space Centre yet, so we'll do that before heading back into downtown.
Good news is the rainfall rate has not been that intense. We're still looking at the radar. We're still about 30 miles away from that northern eastern eye wall out Francine. But Dr. Dam, I think between here and there are some more intense rainfall rates. But fortunately, this thing is still moving northeast at 70 miles.